So why do I have all of these containers? It can only mean one thing: fall meal prep on the way. Hi, my name is Kim and I am on the WW Green Plan, and I have followed Weight Watchers as part of my journey to lose 100 pounds. In today's video, I am wearing a sweater despite the fact that it's 90 degrees, but we are going to summon all of our fall vibes and do a little meal prep. So if you would like to join me in watching me put recipes that you've probably made before together, like actually maybe you haven't made all of them, but be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on your notifications, and let's do this thing. I got my meal prep started this morning by making a batch of white chicken chili in the Instant Pot on slow cooker mode. So in this pot is 2 pounds of chicken breast, 1 can of corn, 2 cans of great white northern beans, 4 cups of chicken broth, and then I just added this cream cheese here, so I'm going to stir it up and then I will show you what it looks like. So the cream cheese is kind of melting, so to speak, in there, and I'm going to pull this chicken out and kind of shred it. There just seems to be no other way. But this recipe comes from The Skinniest Dish, and it is one of my favorite all-time recipes. I can literally eat this whole pot in a week. But with my fall meal prep, what I love to do, and I did this regardless of whether I'm following Weight Watchers or not, is to make a ton of soup. Haha, spoiler alert, that's what we're doing today. Make a ton of soup and freeze it in semi-portion friendly containers so that I can just pull one out, enjoy a couple of bowls, and then not feel like I'm just eating the same thing day after day. And I also will share some of this with my mother-in-law, who also follows Weight Watchers. And with these recipes, I typically just pouring that back into my Instant Pot bowl. I pick things that maybe my family doesn't like to eat. So the kids are not going to eat the mild green chilies, which I forgot to mention were in here. And so this just makes it easy for me to have foods that I love, that I know are going to help me keep on point, on track, whatever you want to call it. And super easy. And soups are just like an easy meal to keep you on track. If you were on the WW Green Plan, you're counting maybe 2 points for the chicken and a point for the cream cheese, a point for the corn. So maybe 4 points for like a very hearty bowl. On the blue plan, the only thing you're counting is the cream cheese. So again, just super low point meals that are really, really filling. My super fancy meal prep containers came from Family Dollar. They were $1 per 2 small bowls. And so I just picked up $10 worth. And I will do 2 containers of this chili. Now, these are all super freezer friendly, which is why I like them. And I am just getting a measuring cup because my ladle is dirty. I made a pot of chili over lunch that my family and I will eat for dinner tonight. And so this is just like one really hearty I cannot talk today. Portion. Or 2 lunches. It probably should be 2, but like, I'm gonna be real, I'll eat that whole thing. And so the way I'm doing this too is I'm gonna freeze these 2, then I will keep a little bit in the fridge for me to enjoy this week, and then the rest will go to my mother-in-law, and she'll be so thankful that maybe she'll keep my kids overnight. I think we're all well aware that I am a total grandma, hence my like 8:30 bedtime. But I'm making one of my favorite soups as part of this fall meal prep, and it is dun 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 split pea. I'm such a grandma. So I have my Instant Pot on. I'm gonna throw in some olive oil, and it is set on saute. And I have some onions, carrots, and celery that I have diced up. And I'm going to what? Toss it. So I'm gonna saute these up, just like the directions say on the recipe. Remember, link is always in the description box. And so the star is maybe the peas, but not really, because it is this ham shake Aussian smoked ham shanks. I picked this up at the butcher today, and Aussian's just like this teeny tiny town south of where I live that is known for its Amish community. So if it's Amish, it's automatically delicious. Now, this is not, I would say 1000% points friendly, but it's not terrible, and I will throw the points up on the screen. And I will be also adding some chicken broth and cooking this under pressure once this all gets, you know, sauteed soft and nice. All right, we're just adding the split peas. This is 1 pound of split peas. And just a note that I didn't say earlier, I also added 2 bay leaves to this pot. Like, bay leaves are one of those things, what does it even do? But you don't want to not add it. So chicken broth. And once I get the ham hock in, and that's why we're not putting any salt in this, because it's all in that ham hock. We're gonna put this under pressure for 15 minutes and then let it release by itself for another 15 minutes, and then it is going to be good to go. Oh, hey, it's me, it's you. Oh, I'm so weird. So the sweater's off. I'm done pretending it's fall. I mean, the food is fall, but it's hot. I'm in my tank top. The hair had to go up. I was getting caught in my overalls. So on to recipe fall prep number 3, which is going to be a delicious silky, again with me not being able to talk, silky butternut squash soup. So I love butternut squash soup. And I have some onions caramelizing here. I have recently just like went to battle with this butternut squash. I literally felt like it was celebrity deathmatch. It was insane. Mark had to stop filming me peel the butternut squash because he thought I was gonna maim myself, which was like a real worry. So the onions are caramelizing. I'm gonna add what I have of the butternut squash and 1 apple. I'm going to finish de-seeding, or whatever scooping out the seeds, and I'm gonna get the rest of this butternut squash soup in. Now hold on, I'm gonna tell you what else I'm gonna do, because that's what a responsible person would do. And this soup is from Well Plated. God bless it. I'm gonna add some salt, some chicken stock, a little bit of nutmeg, and then I'm just gonna let this cook for 20 to 30 minutes while it gets soft. There is no garlic in here, which I find a little suspect, but we're gonna roll with it. Oh, we should also add some salt, because salt makes everything taste better. Maybe we should do it this way. Maybe I should not be a hot mess. Okay. So we're gonna get chicken stock in there, the rest of the butternut squash, and just a smidge of nutmeg, and I'll see you for what is going to be our last fall meal prep recipe. Ta-da! No, ta-da. So my butternut squash, my apples, my onions are all cooked up, and I'm going to add it to my super old blender. This is gonna sound gross. Okay, I need something else. I have returned to my blender. Oh my gosh. So Mark and I have been married for almost 13 years, which means a lot of the stuff that we got for our wedding is like ready to break, like this blender. Mark usually is the one who uses the blender because he makes protein shakes, but he hasn't made a protein shake So we'll be just putting a lid on top and maybe investing in a new blender soon. You never know. So butternut squash is really silky, velvety, smooth, and that's why you put it in the blender. If you wanted to spend some points, you could put some fat-free half and half, and that would just make it super delicious. Now, when I make butternut squash soup, I always try to make sure that it cools off just a smidge before throwing it in the blender. So I'm gonna puree this up and then put it in my little meal prep containers. For our last fall meal prep dish, I went back with the sweater for all the cozy vibes. I probably will pit it out, but that's whatever. So this is a mostly 2-ingredient cake that is just 3 points. So I used the sugar-free yellow cake mix, 1 can of pumpkin, and then just added in my own pumpkin spice. So if you cut this into 12 portions, it is 3 points. 10 pieces, it is 4 points. And because this isn't super heavy, your girl might eat some for breakfast. I'm like not even gonna play. So this is just something super easy that you can make. Let's, hold on. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. So that is our fall meal prep. Now this isn't like a weekly meal prep. This is something to really help keep you going throughout the fall. So as you can see, I have a bunch of soup here, and this isn't even all of it. I have my butternut squash, I have some split pea. This is actually regular chili I made for dinner tonight, and then my white chicken chili is in the freezer already. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that would be super awesome. And until next time, do something you love.